Yeah, guys, good evening. How was the day? I hope your day was fine. Can you hear me? Hello? Anybody there?
Good evening, sir.
All right. Okay. Tomiwa, are you there? Hope you are with us. Want to get started now. So we are able to finish the video 2 on Tuesday. So this is video 3, and hopefully I I want to see if it is possible for us to have 2 videos today. This is just a 16 minutes video, so in no time we'll be able to finish this up and we'll be able to take another one. So let's just start right away. Right, take your pen and make your notes. So let's roll.
Hello, my wonderful friend, and welcome again to video number 3 of our part 1 series, where we will be learning what is a website. So sit tight, tell mommy and daddy you are with Uncle Okezie, grab a cup of your favorite drink, and let's go. Okay, so what is a website? Now, is this the first time you have heard of a website? What do you think a website is? Check, ask yourself, ask, what is a website? All right, let's see what a website is. A website is a place you go to through the internet to access exciting information, application, and other useful contents using a browser. A website is a place you go to through the internet to access information, application, and other useful content using a browser. Now, in this definition, one thing that we need to understand properly is the internet. What do we mean by the internet? The internet is like a giant playground that allows you to do your favorite games, watch your favorite videos, and do special and wonderful things using your computer. So, whenever you are on the internet, you can access special features, special information because of how the internet is connected. Now, this is how the internet is connected. The internet is a network, a vast network of connected computers that lets people from all over the world to share information, ideas, and have. Now you can see how several computers are connected to themselves. The way they are connected is what we call a network, and that network is what we call the internet. So one computer can see the information in another computer can see the information in another computer. So that is why you can be in Nigeria and you can have access to information in the United States. You can be in the United States and you can have access to information in South Africa, because the internet gives you that access through the vast network of connected what? Computers. Okay, so through the internet, we can access stuff like stories, pictures, games, videos, several other useful contents through the help of a browser in a location called a website. So the website is the location. It is like a house. But before you can get to the house, the internet takes you to that house. And before you can enter the house, you need a key to be able to open that house, and that is the browser. So the internet is what takes you to the website, and the browser is what enables you to open and see and read the content inside a website. That's beautiful. So let's take a 1-minute break so you could clear your head. You can pause the video or you can join me as I drink my favorite drink. We will be right back. You hold me down like no.
I hope up to that point we are following. I can't hear you. Right. I want to be sure that we are on the same page. All right. Let's continue.
So let's continue from where we stopped. So, for a website to look the way it looks, the things you see on the website, for it to look that way, and for it to behave the way it behaves, codes, which are numerous instructions, has to be written. Do you remember what we said a code is? A code is a combination of special characters like letters, figures, text, and other symbols that we use to make a computer to perform a unique task. Now, the way the website looks, the way the website behaves, the way the website looks and the way the website behaves are all achieved by writing numerous instructions, which we call what? Codes. For a website to look the way it looks, you must write codes. For a website to behave the way it behaves, you must write codes. Now, a website is divided into two parts: the front end and the back end. The front end is what handles how the website looks. Whenever you see the way the website looks, how beautiful a website looks, it is the front end, while the back end handles how the website behaves or responds. So when you come and you see that your friend is a tall friend, that is how he looks, he's a tall friend, then how does he behave? Your friend, he likes talking to you every time you come to him. That's how he behaves. Your friend is fair in color. That's how he looks, or that's how she looks. And your friend, he laughs so much, or she laughs so much. That is how she behaves. So the front end determines how the website looks, and the back end determines how the website behaves or responds. Now, these two parts of the website are all achieved using codes. Codes are written to make the website to look the way it looks. Codes are written to make the website to behave the way it behaves. Okay. Now imagine this beautiful red car. Red in color, looks wonderful. You can see the color and you know it's a car because of the way it behaves, but you don't know how it works, but you know it's beautiful. Now, when we break down this car, we can see it has two parts. The way it looks is what we call the front end. That part you can see with your eyes. Oh, the lovely colors, the shape of the lights, the way, the height of the car, and all that. That is the part you can see with your eyes, and that is the front end. While the back end talks about how the car works, what makes the car to move, how the engine is running, how it is making use of fuel, how it turns left, how it turns right, how it moves back, how it moves front. That is the back end. And you cannot see that part. But both the front end and the back end are parts of the car. And in the same way, both the front end and the back end are the parts of a website. The front end also is achieved written with codes. And the name of the code language we use to design the front end is what we call HTML and CSS. We use HTML and CSS, that is the code we usually write, to make the front end look the way it looks. While the code for the back end that makes it behave the way it behaves is called Python. Now, Python is not the only language. There are so many languages that you can use to make the back end behave the way it behaves. But in this course, we will be using Python. That's beautiful. So, HTML and CSS to design our wonderful front end to make it look beautiful, and Python to make our back end to work the way it should work. We are making progress. Now, let's finally answer the question, what is a website? So we said a website is a place you go to through the internet to access information, applications, and other useful content using a browser. A website is a place you go to through the internet to access information, application, and other useful content using a browser. Wow, we have made wonderful progress.
So that's it about what a website is. I hope you learned something new. So can you answer the following questions?
All right, so let's answer the following questions from what we have learned today. Question number 1. What are the two parts of a website? What are the two parts that a website is made of? Correct. Front end and back end. Front end and back end. We said that the website is divided into two parts. Front end, the part you can see. Back end, the part that determines how it behaves. Question number 2. What part of the website determines how it looks? What part of the website determines how it looks? Yes, that is front end. Front end determines how the website looks. That is where you write the code to make your website to look beautiful. Question number 3. Which of these can be used to design the front end of a website? Which of these can be used to design the front end of a website? A. Python, B. HTML, C. Software, D. Applications. It is B. HTML. HTML is the code language we would be using to design the front end of our website alongside with CSS. Question number 4. Which of these can be used to design the back end of a website? Which of the following can be used to design the back end of a website? A. Python, B. HTML, C. Software, D. Applications. It is A. Python. Python is the language we will be using to design the backend of our website. Question number 5. The internet is a vast connection of what? The internet is a vast connection of what? A. Codes, B. Computers, C. Backend, and D. Stories. Which one is right?
Computers.
That is B. Computers. We said that the internet is a vast connection of computers. Computers that are connected together in a network to make you to access different information from different computers. And question number 6. What application do you use to access a website? What application do you use to access a website? A browser. Without a browser, you cannot see what is inside the website. The internet can bring you to the website, but you need a browser to show you what is inside the website. We said the internet is like the road to the house, and the browser is like the key to enter the house.
So in the next video, we are going to be learning how to set up our learning environment, which is Visual Studio Code. So see you in the next video, champ. Action. Hello, my wonderful friend, and welcome again to video number.
Wow. All right. Hope you enjoyed that class. I know it's very explicit and it's very clear. All right. We are going straight into the second one. So stay tuned so that we can run fast. We want to beat the time and do as much as we can. All right. Okay. So without wasting time, let's go on.
Hello, my wonderful friend, and welcome to video number 4 of our part 1 series. In this video, we will be learning how to set up Visual Studio Code, which will be our learning environment. So tell mommy and daddy that you are with Uncle Okezie and you don't want to be disturbed, and sit tight, grab a cup of your favorite drink, and let's go.
All right. So we are going to see how to install Visual Studio Code. Now, what is Visual Studio Code to us? Before we can be able to write our code, we need an environment where we can write them. Usually, when you want to write in class, you bring out your notebook to write in class. When you want to call mommy and daddy, you take out your phone and call mommy and daddy. When you want to drive a car, you enter into the car. Now, when you want to write your code, we need to set up an environment on our laptop. And the environment or the application we will be using to write our codes is Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. So to be able to install Visual Studio Code, you will need the following. You will need a laptop and internet access. So at this point, you need to ensure that you are using a laptop and you have connected to the internet. And now the next set or the next video, we are going to be showing a live recording of our screen of how to install Visual Studio. So now get your laptop wherever you are. Ensure you have internet connection, because what we're about to install is going to take not more than 150 megabytes, and we have that installed right now. Okay, so we want to see how we can install Visual Studio Code, which is what we will use to be writing our codes. Now, to be able to do that, you need to connect your laptop to the internet. For you to be able to connect your laptop to the internet, if you know how to do that, then you can follow the procedures you know. But if you don't know how to do that, you can turn on your phone hotspots, or tell daddy and mommy to help you out, turn on your phone hotspots and connect, or you can use a modem to connect your phone to the laptop. But at the end, your laptop should be connected to the internet, because what we are about to do now, you need to have your system, your laptop, your desktop, your tab, whatever you're using, it has to be connected to the internet. All right, so let me give you some time. You can pause the video and connect to the internet. All right, so when you're done connecting to the internet, we are going to go to a browser.
Hello, guys. Do you people have access to Tomiwa? Is your laptop all right? Fiyin, do you have any laptop with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you are okay, and it's connected, right? So you can download from that laptop.
Okay.
All right. So okay, I just want to find out before we go on. So let's continue. I can't hear you. You said what? Huh? That line is breaking. I'm not hearing you too clear. Probably send in a chat. Send me a chat.
Okay. To be able to download and install Visual Studio Code. To do that, I would be using Google Chrome browser. You can use any other browser you want. You can use Firefox if you have Firefox. Whatever browser, whatever you use to access the internet, you can use. And if you are confused, you can also ask daddy and mommy what browser is installed on the laptop. So I click Google Chrome. And I log in with my own email. All right, so this brings me into Google environment. And just in case you don't see this, you can simply go to this top here. At the top here of your browser, at the top here, you can search Google, Google.com, and hit enter, and that should bring you here. Now when you come into the Google website, you will now search Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Ensure you type everything correctly. Look at it, that is spelled well. Visual Studio Code. That is what we want to install. So we click enter. So that is what we are searching for on Google. So this is what you should see wherever you are. The first thing you see here, Visual Studio Code -code editing redefined. This is the icon for Visual Studio Code. Whenever you see this, you know that you are seeing Visual Studio Code. And we will click on it where we have Visual Studio Code here. Click exactly what I clicked or what I'm clicking here right now. So click it. All right, so this is what you should see. Now, if you are using a Windows operating system, if you are using a Windows on your laptop, which most of you should be using, you can select this download for Windows immediately. But if you are using a Mac, that is an Apple laptop, you can click on this pointer here and select Mac option and click on the download. If you're using Linux, you can select any of these options to download. But I'm sure so many of us who are watching this video right now will be using Windows, but any of them, the procedure to download is quite simple. So I will click on download for Windows. I click on it, and it brings me to another page that says thanks for downloading Visual VS Code for Windows, and it says download not started, try this. So just in case, when you click on this page, it is supposed to download immediately, but if it doesn't, you need to look around. For example, if you are using Google Chrome, and it's best we all use the same thing, so use Google Chrome. So mine, if I'm not sure that it is downloading, you see this little arrow here at the top? This little arrow here at the top, we can click on it, and you see the progress of your download, or where you have these three dots here by the right, you click on it and go to downloads, and you will see the progress of your downloads. And it takes about 89 megabytes to install. So you can go ahead and download it. You don't need so much data for this. All right. So we would pause the video and wait for this to be done installing. All right, this is it here. So you can click on it directly and it will install, or you can go to show in the folder to see where it's installed. So I'm going to click on it directly here. Make sure usually if you don't see this, you can go to your File Explorer on your laptop and go to downloads. So once you go to downloads, that's what you should see here. So I'm going to double click on it with my mouse. I click twice, 1, 2, And then I wait for it, and it pops up this dialog. This is a statement that they just want to let you know what you are downloading. So you may not need to read it because Visual Studio Code, so many persons are using it, so you can feel comfortable to install it. You can easily say what, I accept the agreement, and select next. Then you click on next again. You click on next again. Then here we will select create a desktop icon and leave other ones the way they are. And select next and select install. So it says here, setup is preparing to install Visual Studio Code on your computer, and then it begins to load. So ensure that this is what you are doing. So if you have any challenge with this process, always feel free to go back and take it one step at a time, and ensure you do not make any mistakes. You can always rewind the video, take it one step at a time. Alright, so once it's done installing, we have this option here that says launch Visual Studio Code. And to do that, once it's checked good, that means if we click on finish, Visual Studio Code will open immediately. So let's click on finish and let's see that it opens. Alright, so mine is showing me some codes that I have here already. Yours will not show you anything because you have not used it before. So don't bother yourself about what you're seeing here. Just be sure that yours is installed correctly, and in the next set of videos we're going to see how to use it. So with this step, you have successfully been able to install Visual Studio Code on your laptop. If you have any challenge, always drop a message to me and ask your question, and I will get back to you. All right.
So that's it about setting up our Visual Studio Code, where we will be learning and practicing. I hope you learned something new. So in the next video, we are going to be discussing what is HTML. See you in the next video, champs.
Wow, it's been a great time. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Marala Olua, oh, you came to the class very, very late. We are almost done because this was the second video we are watching today. But notwithstanding, I'm going to post it on the group for you to catch up. We are gradually getting into some serious parts. And just like I said, don't miss the class because it's good that we are together. We watch things over, we ask questions together, and up till now, I know all the steps are clear. So before the next class, please ensure that you install your own version of Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to drop the video so that it will still guide you on how to achieve it, how to download and how to install it. So there's no problem about that. So I don't know, any question before we close tonight? All right. So God be with you all. Enjoy your day. As soon as I drop the video, ensure that you revise it. Some other videos I will drop it on the summer digital training group on WhatsApp. So that is the group we'll be using mostly now, because at this point I won't be able to admit any other person into this group except those who have been following before. I think about 5 or 6 of you. So no more admission because they won't be able to catch up. So have a lovely night. My regards to mommy and daddy. God bless you. Amen.
Good night, sir.
Good night there.